Hello everyone. Hopefully this is the last stream of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Hoping to finish it tonight. We'll see. Before the game gets started, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you have. I'd love any comments people put. I'll definitely respond. And also, I would like to let you know that this game is fueled by Monster. Alright, let's see where we are.
You can't save them. Just pack a case and meet me at the station.
They've closed the lines. Weren't you listening to the radio? Because of the flu.
There is no flu, Lizzie.
Oh, Christ, Stephen, I'm not stupid. Of course there's no flu. But the stations are still closed.
There's an access footpath that runs alongside the main tunnel. You can get out that way. They won't have thought of it.
You know what's going on, don't you?
You can't use the phone anymore.
What, like you're not using one right now?
Funny. Listen. Just don't use the phone after this. No TV or radio either. It can hide in the signal.
Oh, you make it sound like it's alive.
I don't think we have a word for what it is. Just promise me. Don't tell anyone. Pack quietly. Meet me at the station tomorrow, all right?
I feel awful lying and leaving all these people here.
It was a brilliant idea about the show. Top marks for that, you.
Excuse me for one moment.
I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
So if I remember from the last stream, this is a new area. I think it's like almost like a campground or something like that. Check the map. Yeah, it's a campground. Camp Crystal Lake. So after the stream the other night, I decided to catch up on some of The Walking Dead. So if anyone watches that, write in a comment. Let me know what you think of it so far. Yeah, so that definitely does not look like a phone number. Might be just a coincidence, but when I was a younger kid, I was really into ciphers and codes, so that's definitely not a phone number. It's probably the alphabet. So it looks like maybe the 9th letter, then the 21st letter, then the 4th letter, the 3rd and the 5th, then the 5th and either the 2nd and 6th. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and cipher it out. I gotta follow these orbs of light. They're so fast. So I'm all caught up on The Walking Dead, and so far this season is kind of letting me
I want
down.
a word with you. What? Get over here, soft lad, and keep your voice down. Do you know who I am?
Yeah? You work for Meg Holloway?
Charlie Tate. You can call me Charlie.
What's this about, Charlie?
Rachel Baker.
What about her?
Oh, come on, son. I wasn't born yesterday. Are you looking to get your head kicked in?
She's 16. She's not a kid.
You try telling her dad that.
Yeah, she
He'll
is a
bloody
kid.
kill you.
I love her, though. You can't stop love.
I'm not telling you to stop anything. Just be careful, that's all.
Yeah, I was thinking that was like a Amazon society until they explained what was going on. Yes, that had to be the one that got there. Totally forgot that her and the other guy have been gone since they took out that outpost, so they have no idea what's really been going on. Okay, so far in this game, there's like two trains of thought. There's a lot of churches and religious people here. Then there's other people who seem more scientific, who believe that these energy things are taking on life, they're learning, but you don't know exactly what's happened yet.
Don't touch it. It's fine.
It's like a sunburn, but it's a funny shape. Is it sore?
I can't feel it at all. Don't fuss over
I
it.
can't believe that you left Kate there. Why won't you tell me what happened?
She's probably not even noticed I've gone. It's really nothing.
Don't follow
You're
the light?
lying. Don't lie to me.
Fine.
Which way should I
We had a
go?
row. She'll work all night anyway.
Stephen, listen to me. Was there an accident? Is that how your face got burnt?
It's nothing. Something, I don't know. Just got a bit shaken up and then we fought. She wanted to stay and collect more data.
Was she burnt as well? Is everything all right?
Jesus, Liz, are you sleeping with me or her? She's fine. We're both fine. I don't want to talk about her. I came here to see you.
I just worry.
Well, don't. Come to bed.
Come on, man, which way should I go? Boomerang. Yeah, that's the impression that I'm getting so far. Discover the area, that's a lot of walking. You definitely can't run. And a lot of the houses you can't go into. You can play with dead birds. Yeah, you can't jump, you can't do anything. So the only thing to do is follow the light to further the story. And play the radio to get more information.
I don't even care that he was screwing her. What made me angry was that he treated me like I was too stupid to notice. I dream through the light storm and see the pattern dancing on his skin as he burns. I wake up with eyes full of liquid light. I'm going to concentrate all 5 remaining towers on the same point in the sky. If it is establishing conduits for communication, that should create a jump in bandwidth.
See, when you go to the radios, she's more on the scientific side. Even though they describe it weird, liquid light doesn't make sense, but there's that. Then throughout the game, you'll find a lot of references to constellations. Other than that, you go to like churches. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice in this game. I think it's a pre-written story that I don't have to follow linearly. But I don't know.
I think it was instant.
Oh, thanks, Rico Ross.
I know that's no help.
Appreciate that.
Leave me alone.
There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You've woken the baby. Just leave me alone.
Rachel, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Nope. The only interactions you can do is you can open certain doors and gates and interact with certain balls of light that initiate sequences. You can't pick up anything. You don't have weapons. Nothing like that. And one thing I've noticed pretty early on, any house you go into anywhere, there is not a single picture of people. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose or what. Maybe it's supposed to be mysterious. I am not going back that way. Stupid ball of light. It's trying to trick me. These are the ball of lights you interact with. You have to tilt the controller either to like the left or right.
And you found it like this?
Yeah? I got into the habit of checking in first thing in the morning just to make sure he's had his pills.
Mr. Coles is not a well man, Elizabeth. It's entirely possible he upped and wandered off. If things progressed, the mind can be a fragile thing, you know?
It's just not very like him, that's all I'm saying, Doctor. He never misses the mid-morning bingo.
He didn't smoke, did he?
Not that I knew of.
There's a funny... It's like
I'm
ash.
thinking possibly
Well, that was odd. Reese cleaned in here
extraterrestrials
yesterday afternoon. I'll have to have a word.
It's not like cigarette
came
ash.
down and possibly
Strange.
took them to another
Dr. Wade says
dimension.
with a phone call.
Possibly a
Back
parallel
at the
dimension to
apparently Mrs.
Earth,
Barton has disappeared.
which is why you can kind of see them in the light form now. Because theoretically they're in the same position in a different plane. But that's if you believe quantum string theory. They're cooking in the fire? Is that the telly? I believe this is called a TARDIS. I will enter.
Hi, this is Kate Collins and Stephen Appleton. Leave a message.
Stephen, it's me. I'm leaving. I've waited as long as I can. If you are there to meet me, I'm leaving for the station now, but I am going anyway, whether you're there or not.
It's definitely worth playing if you've downloaded it, but if you haven't downloaded it, it's already December, so I think you'll be out of luck.
This is a public service announcement from Haverton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period. Be sure to report any symptoms of illness.
I'd be pretty disappointed. So, there's a bunch of dead birds on the ground, and a lot of people have been what they're calling flu, like they're sick. There's a bunch of bloody rags, like they're coughing or bleeding out their nose, I believe, from like tumors in the brain or something, but I definitely don't think it's flu,
if I'm honest with you,
or religious.
I've been sleeping in one of the empty chalets. Otherwise, we just sit there in silence. And then he goes off and pretends he's not drinking from one of his secret little stashes.
I didn't know that.
And I pretend I ain't noticed.
Thank you.
And then when we go to bed, it's all I can do not to scream.
Holy crap.
I don't
Look
know
at
why
this
we're still
graffiti.
together. Except I do.
That's awesome.
Still love him.
You remind me of Mary when she was your age. If we'd had a daughter, I'd have been proud if she turned out like you.
You don't have to say that.
Just talk to Robert. Tell him you know he's drinking again. You two can work it out together. I know you can.
I wish I had your faith. I just don't want to be the person who stayed because they were afraid to move. I know you can't dwell on the past. I know that, but sometimes you do just think, don't you? What if the accident hadn't happened? I could have been anywhere right now, rather than stuck here, rehearsing Peter bloody Pan and fixing tumble dryers for the umpteenth time. Oh, Frank, you are an angel.
Don't be daft. You're still young, Lizzie. You got plenty of time to be whoever you want to be. Just don't keep using that.
I think if this was really about the religious rapture, everybody in this town would have went to the Winchester until it all blew over. Yeah, that's a possibility. Radiation from the aliens. If it is aliens, I don't know. There's a phone nearby. Anywhere there's like cigarette ashtrays on the table, they're still smoldering like this.
I tried to leave the observatory, but couldn't. I stood at the gates, but couldn't conceive of a world outside. The strangest feeling.
I'm not sure what
As
part
if
it cut out,
the
so I'm
valley,
not sure.
Stephen, everything was simply irrelevant.
Probably something super
An
funny
idea of something
and
that is something
interesting.
itself. I'm losing track of time. Of whether I'm asleep or awake. My fingers have gone numb at the tips. It's like they still feel. But what they feel is no longer for me. Like the signal has been hijacked.
Yikes. So, it looks like this kid drew pictures of the birds dying. But there's definitely still butterflies flying around.
This is a public service announcement from Haverton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period. Be sure to report any symptoms of illness.
I think one of the best parts about this game is in certain sequences, it turns the game into like nighttime, and I think the game designers did a fantastic job on the night sky. A lot of the textures look pretty good in this, but the night is definitely the best.
You shouldn't be smoking, you know. Not in your condition.
Stephen's fault. He got me started again.
Look at that sky.
I'm not going to try and stop you, but the weather's looking pretty rough. There's a storm coming.
That's what Stephen said. He said he'll meet me, but there's things he has to do first. He seems to think that all of this is connected to him. I don't know. I'm going anyway, whether he comes or not.
I'm assuming Stephen has thought of a way through the quarantine.
Oh, he's clever. You gotta give him that.
Do you trust him, though?
Well, I love him. So I'd hope that was good enough.
I hope so, too. Listen, if you can't get through, for whatever reason, I'm getting people together at the village hall, rounding up stragglers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've got all the campers together here, doing a show. Peter Pan. The kids love it. It'll take their minds off things.
Yeah. Holy crap. That lightning was amazing. I hope I caught that. Yes, it did catch it in the stream. That was awesome. Yeah, it possibly could be, and I'm hoping that it is.
Mrs. Graves.
Sean, baby Dylan, is he all right?
He's fine. Di, come on.
It's okay. Let's get you a cup of tea.
Mrs. Graves, I need to tell you.
Leave it, Di.
You try and get out of the valley, all the roads are shut now.
I know, I was driving really fast, but the other car was on the wrong side of the road and... Oh, God, I think
Di, for fuck's sake, leave it.
It's all right. Hey, you're all right. Sean's all right, baby Dylan's all right. That is what matters. Everyone's all right.
But...
No. Now, I need your help. Some of the children, they're getting quite frightened. So Rachel and I, we decided to push forward the show, keep them occupied. You said the other night you play piano. Can you help with that?
Yes, I suppose so, but Mr. Graves, Rob...
Can look after himself. He's a big boy now. Don't worry. Just head to the hall and find Rachel. She'll tell you what needs practicing.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Graves.
You know, Sean, go and find Reese, please, see if he needs some help.
Yeah, of course.
Go on.
Oh, Robert.
Alright, man. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, did the light just dip on me? Hello everyone, just joining the stream, trying to finish this game up, figure out the mystery of it. Oh, thank you Rico Ross, I appreciate that. I'm gonna go in here.
It's quite something, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You ever seen anything like it? They must be well happy at the observatory place. They're probably all partying there right now. This is right, boss. It is. Right. That's me. Short leash. Kids up half a night, bloody teething. Missus will kill me if I'm gone too long. Good night, mate. Night.
He just threw his cigarette. Cigaweed. So, if you haven't played this game or watched much about it, you can't really physically interact with your environment besides opening doors and opening these dialogue sequences. But so far, it's a lot of walking back and forth, and you cannot run. So it's a lot of walking. And if you can't open the doors when you see these things, they want you to jump over. I'm gonna follow the road. So it looks like we're heading towards the playground. Not sure how well this game sounds on your end, whatever you're currently watching from, but I have a pair of Astro A50 headset on, and the sounds are amazing. The thunder, the crack of it, breathtaking. So real. And I just seen some lightning, which I haven't seen previously in the night, and it definitely looked real. I hear a radio. I gotta find it.
This is a public service announcement from Haverton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period.
Okay, because this is gonna bug me. I'm gonna step off camera real quick to grab a pen and paper to try something. So anytime you hear a radio, you go to them and you hit X to interact with them, and there will be a woman talking on there. She gives you a bit more information of what's going on or what she's currently doing. But before you interact with the radio, she keeps repeating numbers over and over. So what I'm going to do is see if it spells out anything. So she's giving me out a lot of numbers. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, I don't think it spells out anything because there is no zeros. But the numbers could play a role later on in the game. I haven't worried about writing them down, so I'm not going to start now.
Reception up to the red zone, but it's not enough. I'm going to try and route the signal through Tower 6 to create a singular point of reception and re-coordinate the optical array, which should, in theory, focus a signal spike on the point of origin. If I conceptualize this origin point as a 7th tower, then it makes a kind of sense. Kind of. I think we're moving so far beyond everything I understand about physics. Anyway, it's gotta be worth a shot.
The trick with this game is they don't really give you any information to start out with. So when you do get information, it's very little,
Well, they live nearby, don't they?
and it leaves you wanting
You think she's
more.
gone to look for Mr. Graves, do you?
I think Lizzie knows Robert will turn up when he's sober. He'll be all right.
Do you want me to go and look for her?
No, it's okay. Come on, I promised the kids another shot at the last number, then I promised everyone a cup of tea.
You're very like her, you know. Like Lizzie.
Me? No, I'm not. First chance I get, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I definitely think they're in a parallel universe where it still looks like this one. And every now and again, I think they can maybe interact with in between, and that's why I'm seeing the light. But every now and again, they interact with stuff, like that merry-go-round.
This is a public service announcement from Hamilton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and railway roads are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and resilient. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period, but be sure to report any symptoms.
Hello, Catherine.
It's Kate. Elizabeth?
Lizzie. I've heard a lot about you. It's good, you know, you and him. It's not difficult or anything.
Should it be?
I'm sorry?
You said it wasn't difficult. I don't see why it wouldn't be difficult. You and Stephen were together a long time ago. He moved away. It certainly isn't difficult for me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you or...
Well, I'm not offended. Listen, Elizabeth...
Lizzie, please.
Lizzie. Right. You seem like an okay type of person. And I'm not trying to be rude, I promise. But let's try and be realistic here, huh? Let's, try and do our best. It's a British thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it is. We'll do our best then.
So, I'm trying to figure out what happened to everybody in this town. And when you interact with some things like that, they're going over their story. Which I think they were involved with the same guy. Couldn't even imagine how long this game would be if this ball of light didn't show me which way I should go to progress the story. Because if you're just free roaming, walking around, this is a big area. It's a lot of stuff to see. I've been seeing these missiles everywhere. The other one I saw was at the train station into the ground. Something cut off the exit. Peter Pan. There's a bunch of this astrological stargazing paraphernalia everywhere. And no pictures of actual people. Dead birds. The bees are still alive. Bees and butterflies. No pictures of people at all. I've not seen a single picture of a person.
Sleeping baby, darling child, clouds and starlight, starlight, starlight. When you wake, you will be mine. Starlight, sleep and love. Sleeping baby, shadow dust, clouds and starlight. Remembered starlight. When we're called to go, we must. Into starlight. Sleep and love.
Is he asleep? You all right, kiddo?
I'll be alright. You should get some sleep, Charlie. You look exhausted. Shh. That's it. Sleep. Sleep.
Well, nighttime. During the nighttime sequences, it's easier to find your way because it's a path. It is creepy going through the woods in this game at night, because I've also been playing another game called The Killing Floor 2, which is a zombie horde shooter, arcade style. So you face waves of zombies and bosses and sub-bosses. And some of the areas are pretty dark like this, where you'd have to use a flashlight, and some of the zombies use like this cloaking technology. Great game if you're into shooters. It's similar to Call of Duty, the zombie section of that, but I think a lot better. A lot more jump scares. Which I'm thinking it will happen in this game, but I don't think there's any jump scares. I think this game is meant to be artfully drawn and storyline. Oh, we're on another, I would call it a chapter, when you have different names, because that person sort of takes over the storyline. Go into the TARDIS here.
Faster than I can encode it. I've already lost 2 processors. They keep burning out.
Please, I love you. You need to get out of there. It's not safe.
I need you, Stephen. I need you here. I can open the gate manually. I can let you in.
It's too dangerous. You don't understand what's happening
No,
out here.
you don't understand. We can solve this. We can find a way. I just need more power. I need to amplify the signal, and I can't do it on my own. You saw the opportunity. You ran the numbers, you remember?
We're responsible for all this. You and me.
It's not just you and me anymore, though, is it?
Jesus, Kate, you're trying to talk to it, aren't you? Kate, you can't.
Stephen, I have to.
See, they're more scientific, and when everyone thought people had the flu and they had tumors in their brain or something like that and they were bleeding, they saw something in their blood which they described as liquid light. And this liquid light is what they would call evolving. I don't know how exactly, but obviously they're trying to communicate with it.
It's completely dead. It won't start.
It's only a short walk to the camp. I think we should split up. You go and fetch Rachel. I'll go back to the village and find Evie.
I don't think we should split up.
I don't want to either, Charlie, but we've got to. I'll meet you back at my house later on, okay? We can talk properly then.
Why won't you tell me what happened?
No, actually, you should stay at the camp tonight. Come and find me in the morning. Bring Rachel back. She's going to need her mother.
Meg.
Just take care of her.
Meg!
What is it, Charlie?
Nothing. Just be careful, that's all.
I will, I promise. You as well. I'll see you later on.
Is that a printer? That's a weird sound. I wish this ball of light would be a little more specific as to what it wanted me to do. Can't interact with the van. Who's typing on a computer? I'm just gonna keep going. Maybe there's something on the other side. Not over there. That's some pretty realistic sun rays. Feels like afternoon. Wants me to go in here. There's a phone. Somewhere. I don't know if anybody here has played Dead Rising, but this definitely reminds me of it. That one save point back in like the little warehouse area.
But why on earth are you there? Why aren't you calling from home? It's hard to explain. I'm having to move around to follow it. When it finds a suitable host, it begins to amplify. Sorry, I'm not making much sense. They're talking about flu and a quarantine on the radio, but this... I know you're not that kind of doctor, but it all just sounds really weird. We don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's got something to do with the other night. Stephen, your face, the mark, do you think you're infected? It's not a disease, Lizzie. It's something else. There's something Kate said about patterns. I can't grasp it clearly yet. Okay, come over. Have some lunch. We can talk properly. Have you spoken with Kate? She's locked herself in the observatory. She's buried in the data. But it's already out here in the world. I need to see how it adapts. How what adapts? Stephen, try to explain. Time's up. Lizzie, listen. Be ready. I need to go. It's moving again. I'll call you later.
So they keep mentioning be ready, and I believe at the start of this game they said something to the effect of preparedness. So I hope it has nothing to do with remembering certain numbers that they've shown. But they're definitely making it seem like this light or whatever's been going on is extraterrestrial or possibly artificial intelligence, but I don't think someone made this. Oh, there's another light. Hello, I'd like to say welcome to the stream. If you're new here, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up or a subscribe. Definitely would love any kind of comments. If you've played the game, what you thought of it, or what you think of it so far just watching. Oh, wants me to go inside.
Do you think she'll like it?
It's in an awful state, Stephen. I don't
It'll
think
be an
she'll...
adventure. It'll mean putting down roots here, maybe a family.
Are you sure she wants children? What, to stay here? It's not her place, you know.
Don't start that again, please.
I mean, she's ambitious, love, and she's, well, older. She's not going to want to stay cooped up at home looking after the kids.
Is that how you felt about me?
Oh, stop it, Stephen. That's not what I meant, and you know it. I'm just saying you should make a choice. If it's the family you want, well, you know how much Lizzie wants a family.
Jesus, Mum, I didn't come here for marriage guidance. I just asked what you thought about a fucking house.
Stephen, Appleton language.
Sorry, it's just that you have to understand, Kate is the most brilliant, extraordinary, wonderful person I've ever known. She's like no one else. The way she looks at things. It's like she has
I hate
whole
when
worlds
their
inside her
spirits
head.
or whatever
I don't think
walk
you or
where I'm
anyone
standing.
really understands that.
Creepy. Like we're occupying the same space at the same time. I think the music with this game is suited very well. Pretty decent. I like listening to it. Kind of get you in the mood of the game. Probably locked. Oh, I can't even get to it. Pretty creepy sound effects. Is that a radio? Yes, it is. Always play the radios.
0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 7, 2, 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain every radio I've went to where they're saying the numbers like this, they've all been different, so I feel like I probably should have wrote it down. And also, these influenza signs, there's a hotline number. I'm not sure if they've been different or the same. They may be important, but like I said, I have not written any of them down, so
Physical changes are evident.
we'll see what happens.
Although the butterfly burn is now faded, I can clearly see the change in my pores up close. As I record these words, I can feel myself hearing them as if for the first time, as if I'm both speaker and listener simultaneously. I am a scientist. I can only deal with the evidence I have. And this points in one simple direction. It's not in the observatory. It's in me.
So she's been infected with this light, whatever this is, an organism. I wish I could run so I can get more storyline. Big ass butterfly.
Kate, can you hear me? Listen, I'm trying to make things right. I've isolated myself. I'm in the old bunker at the substation. Just keep this band clear. If you're still alive, I'll try and check in every hour. them to use the gas. I didn't know how else to stop it.
Okay. So those are what the missiles are.
Kate is in us, too. I've made arrangements for myself after the strike, after I finish the job. You need to think of that, too. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it all.
Okay, so it wants me to go over there. But... oh, where's the opening? Oh, there's a sign on the door, which means I can't open that door. I'll check over here first. So I wonder if the reason I don't see any pictures in the house of people, I wonder if I'm in the other dimension or another plane of this similar town. And the light that I see the sequences are the people in the other universe. Maybe.
No phones, you know the protocol. That doesn't matter now. It's figured out how to circumvent the telecommunications blackout. What? I didn't think it could. Kate understood. She saw how adaptable it was. How smart.
Jesus Christ, you're talking about it like it's alive.
You have to assume that everyone here is infected.
We can't know that.
We're infected. It's killed all the birds, and now it's in us. It's trying to leave the valley any way it can. The quarantine is not enough. You've got to remove the carriers. You've got to cut off its energy source. Its food.
Pretty sure all the clocks are on the same time. I think they've been on the same time this whole game.
We're onto it. It's going to keep on spreading as fast as it can.
The quarantine and blackout will hold it in check. They've cut all of the phones out of the valley, so it's only you communicating out now.
Aren't you listening? It's figured out ways around it. Radio waves, something. All of the lines are cut, but the phones are working anyway. You've done all the right things, but it's not enough. You've got to stop it before it adapts again.
Stephen, my family, my wife and kids.
You know perfectly well what you've got to do.
I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You're asking me to sign their death warrant, my own family.
Damn it, don't you think I'm aware of that? I'll still be here when you drop the fucking stuff. Don't you lecture me about
Drop the stuff. They're referring to gas missiles.
If you're so full of ideas, you come here and try dealing with it.
Which I've seen a few of them in the ground already.
The time when we had a choice is over. Tell them to do it. You've got to do it now.
Hello, anyone new to the stream. Thanks for watching. Please comment if you've played the game, what you think of it so far. If you have any guesses to what's happening, if you don't know, please share them with me. I'd love to know what you think. Back at the pub? Or a pub?
You look well.
I don't. But thank you. You do. How are you settling in?
Nothing changes around here. I mean, it's great to be back. It still feels like home, I suppose. In a funny kind of way.
It's been a long time, Stephen. Last time you saw me, I could still walk properly.
You look pretty good to me.
Stop it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry about how things worked out.
Or didn't.
Or didn't, right.
Do you think you made a mistake leaving?
My mum tells me it's never too late to change things. To put things right.
Funny. It's just what she said to me the other day. I have been wondering what she meant by that.
That's embarrassing. Sorry.
Maybe I should go.
Why?
Stephen, we're both married. I don't think this is a good idea.
What isn't?
Infidelity.
We're just two old friends having a drink, that's all.
Check this map, see where we are. So I'm wondering if this is going to end at the observatory. Because they keep mentioning that, like that's where all this first started. Where they got contaminated or infected or whatever happened. Can I get through here? Yes, I can. There's a radio or a phone somewhere. One 725. I don't know.
Pressure in my eyes again. I can't move my legs, can't feel my face. When I collapsed, the light was waiting for me there. Caught me, lowered me here. Now it's pooling around my feet, watching me. The printers are spewing out page after page of zeros. It's frightened too. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I'll look after you.
She's talking about the light.
Alone. It's scared. Oh, it's traveled so far. It's okay. I can help you. We can be together now. 10 seconds to signal fusion. We can be together. 3 seconds. 2.
So we're definitely getting further in the game because we're getting a lot more information than in the beginning. Not quite enough though each time. Which way do you want me to go?
they closed the tunnel?
There's no trains. I've put up a sign.
The tunnel, Howard, is it closed?
I think so. I don't like it. It's not right at all.
Stop whining, it doesn't help anyone. Did you know you're bleeding?
Oh, this headache is just killing me. I haven't had a nosebleed like this since I was a kid.
But you've not been to the village?
No, I've been here the last couple of days, or at home. I've only spoken to Clive at the EMC on the phone. Well, tried to anyway, but with all the cross lines...
But no direct contact with any other people?
No, no one. What are you talking about? What's going on?
It's the pattern. It's adapted again. It doesn't need direct contact to transfer. It's using the phones.
What do you mean, direct contact? Stephen!
It's getting interesting. Definitely still is a mystery, because I'm not exactly sure what this light is at the moment. I am not going all the way back over there. Better be something over here.
Darling Stephen, I don't know if you'll ever listen to this. Maybe you've decided to stay with Kate, and I can't blame you for that. But I can't wait for you either. I've got to think about the baby. And, well, I should have left a long time ago. I've run out of excuses for not leaving now. But I do love you, Stephen. And I hope you find peace one way or another. Oh, there's planes coming.
I think those are the planes that drop the gas bombs. Let's see if there's anything down this way. Hopefully this is the right way. The music got a little bit creepy. There's a radio somewhere.
Repeating over and over to myself in the dark. Eating cold food from a can with my fingers. My name is Catherine Collins. I am Catherine Collins. As if I can force the world to acknowledge my existence. Time has ceased to exist in any real terms. I'm reduced to marking out the days on the walls. Like a cave woman.
Sounds like she's kinda going crazy. I think I hear a phone. Go check that out. Get more information onto what's happening or what's going on with the townspeople.
Station Master's house, Howard Lantham speaking.
Howard, it's Clive. Clive Smith. I need you to listen to me and not ask questions or interrupt. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can. But why are you calling?
The Emergency Measures Committee is imposing a quarantine around the valley. We've got an influenza outbreak in the village. We're suspending rail services, and we're also going to be shutting down the roads for a bit. You're going to be dealing with some anxious people, Howard, so you need to explain it's all under control, and we'll be back to normal in a few days.
All right.
Open up the emergency store. There's posters and boards, along with a bunch of stuff that hasn't been used since the war. Grab anything you think might be useful. I need you to close up any unoccupied buildings, put posters up, that sort of thing. Make sure everything is all squared away and shipshape. You are a military man, I'm sure you understand that. Everyone doing their bit, following their orders. All right?
All right. I think.
Good man. I knew we could count on you.
Ah, Jesus, Maze. What the hell was that?
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. If you're new, if you're returning, thank you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, what you think of the game. If you like it, don't like it. If you have any guesses as to what's going on, let me know. If you're just watching this as to determine whether you're going to download it or not, just ask. I'll give my opinion. Best of my abilities. It's definitely worth downloading, I think. It's free. I think it's still free. Hurry up and download it, or at least save it to your library so it doesn't take up space. Was this just the warehouse we were just at? No.
Appleton!
What are you doing here?
You thieving bastard. I knew it was you.
Listen, take everything you need. But then you have to leave. You don't understand. You can't be near me.
Painting his stupid little pictures. Stealing food. You always were a little prick.
Please, every second we're in proximity makes it worse. I'm a primary conduit.
You're a fucking disgrace. Come here!
Don't touch me! Get off!
What's going on?
So, that guy is infected or a host with the light,
No physical contact!
Stupid fucking
and now these other people have become infected with it. Oh, he was just clubbed.
Sam?
He's dead.
Meg, please.
Don't come near me.
Meg!
Charlie!
Meg, wait!
Don't touch me!
Meg, please, you have to understand, it was an accident!
Get off her!
Let go, let's just go.
Charlie, you have to understand, it was an accident.
Just leave him. Leave him.
What have you done, Appleton, you bastard?
Come on, Charlie, let's just
Meg,
get
Charlie,
out of here.
please!
So that was intense. we just witnessed a possible murder. Door's partially open, so I believe we can open it.
You're a daft old bird walking all the way out here for it. You know Charlie would have dropped it off.
What, and have that stinking great lorry of his poisoning my birds? He shouldn't be driving it on these lanes. It's a hazard.
I think he was hoping he could have a word with you about Frank.
There's nothing to say.
Oh, listen, Wendy, they might all be scared of you, but that's not going to work with me. You're 68 years old. Grow up. Talk to Frank.
How dare you speak to me like that? Give me my bird feeder right now.
Promise me you'll drop by and see your brother.
Megan Holloway, give...
Not a chance. Promise me. It's for your own good, and you know it.
You are a shamelessly manipulative and difficult woman. It's no wonder Charlie adores you so much.
No wonder I do what?
No wonder you never finish what you start. I thought I told you to check the incoming stock orders. Wendy, one bird feeder for you. I'll tell Frank you'll stop by.
Oh!
Charlie, stop mooning around and stick the kettle on. Make yourself useful.
Okay, the story continues onward. Slowly but surely.
This is Catherine Collins, recording for posterity. It's all over. I don't know how long I've got. Whatever he did, whatever the planes were carrying, it's burning my lungs. Probably some kind of nerve agent. I suspect it's only exposure to the pattern that has kept me alive this long. I'm making my way to Tower 6. I'm going to fuse the signals from the optical array. I just hope I can make it.
So it wants me to go up the hill. I'm not even gonna waste my time checking the gas station. Trying to get to the end. See what's going on. Feels like I'm getting closer. Hopefully I am. Back at the train station. You're kidding me. Probably my biggest complaint with this game, you cannot run, so it takes forever getting around. And now I'm not sure which way the ball of light went. That is a bummer. I'm gonna go back to this map. Okay, so we're at the top by Little Tipworth. I don't see any indication where I need to go to progress the story. Oh, I see light. We went that way last time. Let me try this way. Hopefully it's the right way. See the light. I'm gonna forego searching over there. The light, which you're supposed to follow, it seems to always go so far ahead.
Come here, this was a mistake. What do you want me to say? You knew what you were getting into.
Really?
Well, I'm sorry we don't measure up to your exacting standards, Dr. Collins. Maybe you just need to give us ordinary humans a break.
What? Ordinary humans like Lizzie Graves?
That
Did
nice
you
guy,
really
though.
think that I wouldn't find out? Frank told me. Or did you forget there's one person in this shithole who actually talks to me?
Kate, it was just a drink.
Don't bother, Stephen!
Oh, for Christ's sake. Kate, slow down.
You were engaged to her, Stephen. You nearly married her.
Oh, come on, it was just a drink.
Then why the hell did you lie to me about it?
Because I knew you'd be mad and then it would end up in a row. You wanted to focus on the event tonight.
Oh, so you were actually doing me a favor. Wow, I guess I just forgot to say thank you. Do not treat me like I'm an idiot.
You're overreacting. I know you're stressed.
Just don't. You keep away from me tonight. I'm not gonna let you ruin this for me.
Kate. Kate, come on, this is crazy.
I see another light off in the distance. And I see the light going through the electrical lines. Traveling. Interesting. So I'm gonna try to make my way to this other one, progress the story. Yeah, it's a lot of walking around just to progress the story.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away. It's come too far.
Kate, people are disappearing. Shut it down now. No.
I'm gonna be highly disappointed if I get to the end of this game and it's not aliens taking you away or something. bushes. I'm blocked in. Jump. Why do they have this? Can I get around? No, I sure cannot. Well, I was hoping to finish this game in this stream, but I don't think I am. Too much walking around. The speed of travel in this game is the worst. I'm not sure if the light I saw would be that way or if this way. Okay, so looks like it brought us back to this van where it sounded like a computer or fax machine and someone typing, although I didn't see anybody. So I can't interact with the van. I don't see anything out here. I swear this is the most confusing part. don't know where it wants me to go. But I definitely hear something. So it definitely wants me in this area, but I don't know what for. I have no idea what that wants me to do over there. Definitely can't walk through the thick bushes. I'm not sure if it wants me to go in that field, but I don't know if I can. If it takes the path on the left, it's taking me in a big circle. Yes. It is taking me in a big circle. Oh. It wants me to go in here. So I guess I should have followed the power lines? It's not creepy down here at all. Okay.
When I was a kid, my dad found a fox. It had been hit by a car and couldn't walk anymore. My mum went spare, of course. Made him keep it in the shed. He was already slipping away from us then. He spent hours with that fox, telling it all about Italy and the villages they bombed there. I was jealous, I think. The fox got more of my dad than I did. But it was dying, that was clear. So one day, I snuck out, took it a sandwich for food. I was only 8. When it bit me, I remember the anger, the shock, the hurt. Running in, screaming from the garden. My mum panicking about rabies. My dad beat it to death with a spade. Later I found him crying. I'd done it, Ken's son. That's what he said. I'd done it, Ken, it was hurting you. It's just a poor, dumb, dying animal. It doesn't know it's hurting us. Christ help us, it's left the valley. It's everywhere now. It's been 3 hours since the planes went over. I haven't been able to reach anyone on the shortwave. I'm beginning to think I may have made a terrible miscalculation.
Alright, here's some story progression, finally.
You understand me, don't you? Well, there's no one left. Just me. You know what this is? What I'm gonna do? You want light? Fine. I'll give you light.
He's about to set himself on fire.
After me, there's no one. You'll be all alone again. Forever. Like before. You've taken everyone I've ever loved from me. You've made me do things I never even thought I was capable of. But if you think I'm coming with you,
So, he's definitely dead. These are the flames.
This is Catherine Collins. I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over.
That was the end.
I'm the only one left.
I guess that was just the end of Stephen's story. I think we're at the observatory, possibly. Guess I'll check out Tower 1. A reel to reel?
On the plane, Stephen leaned across me and pointed out of the window. Down there, he said. That's home. But all I saw were patches of color. I don't think until this moment that I understood that one could contain the other so completely.
Not going up to the big one quite yet. I'll do the lower towers. Hopefully this is the last 10 minutes or so of the game. Figure out what's going on. They got a bunch of printers. And there's numbers. Great. It's a numbers game. I hope they're not too important. I don't know if these are supposed to be two galaxies or two planes interacting with each other, or if they're supposed to be flipped and mirrored of each other.
I watched a butterfly dancing in a strip of sunlight. All of its life contained in a single day. The blink of an eye between the ebb of the darkening tide. Lying there with the pattern curled around me, I saw the inevitability. The necessity of presence born from absence. The constant unfolding.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I'm pretty sure these are diagrams of black holes. And the intersections of the arrows, the in between, is a wormhole. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So up to the big one. Okay, so we have this tall third tower, then the final one, I think. And then hopefully that's the end of this game. We find out more. More convergent stuff. A lot of gibberish. Is there reel to reel?
I know it didn't mean to hurt any of them. I try and explain why Lizzie tried to leave with her child and why it was wrong to stop her. I try and explain that much of what it did was wrong. It shows me Stephen and Lizzie together. And I'm happy for them. Frank walks his fields with Mary. Wendy and Edward nest together in the orchards of their love. Jeremy lies at peace with his God at
So
last.
apparently they got a picture of the light, the organism,
because they are together.
but there's 0 pictures of people.
I understand it better now. It is a collector of time. Of butterflies.
Okay, I think that's it for the third tower. No, not that way. So I think we're off to the final. We can get some closure. Like to say thank you to the people who've been in the stream for a majority of it. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to say welcome to the newer people. I think we're towards the end of this game. Definitely an involved storyline. It had me intrigued.
I watched the pattern lean in and time slow to almost nothing. I saw the flame leap from Stephen's hand and the moment hang in the air forever. I watched his face. And in the last second, I almost believe he saw me. He wasn't frightened or angry. I remember his expression, just like I remember it from the first time, early that morning when he woke and, still half sleeping, said, God, I love you. And I loved him as he entered the fire. And I let him go, knowing I wasn't ready to join him. We have held time to ourselves here in this place. Held the light to the ground because we were afraid of the coming dark. But now we understand that to cling to the light is not living. I've spent my life watching the illumination from a million dead stars reaching for me without grasping this meaning. The light we cast transcends our death. The pattern made by our living creates a bridge across the dark.
Okay, this feeling like the end. Okay, so I see a tower up there. I also see this one. looks like we might have a few more minutes.
It reaches out from the shadow of the tower, across the observatory, over the valley, and consumes the world. Everything is light now. Everything has come to rest. The world is scored by the traces we carved into it. Our presence is everywhere, the bridge joining our stories. This world existed before we came to it, and it will continue without us. In the empty fields and houses, our traces radiate, and others will come to dance in the light we cast. We can slip away gently, unafraid, knowing that everything will continue.
I think this is gonna let me down. I don't think it's aliens. I think it's more about life lessons. Which is good, but it's not as good as aliens. Okay, this has got to be the final. It's time for some closure. Closure. So, no, can't interact with that.
The end is coming now. I'm not afraid. We have each other. We lived apart from them. We understand now our failure to touch, to belong. But it doesn't matter anymore. Everybody is gone, and we will join them. We are born apart, driftwood on the banks of an endless dark ocean, and we will be carried away by the swell soon enough. But in between, in the single day of living, that dancing in a strip of sunlight, we can find what we miss. The love that makes us whole. The imminence. Everybody found their other. This pattern is mine.